A man builds a car company, names it after himself. 10 years later, his own shareholders fire him, they kick him out of the company that bears his name. But here's the crazy part. He can't even use his own name anymore. The court says it belongs to his former partners. So he does something genius. He translates his name into Latin. Horch means listen in German. In Latin, Audi, and that second company, it becomes one of the most valuable luxury brands on earth, worth over $60 billion today. This is the story of August Horch, a blacksmith's son who worked for Karl Benz. Got fired from his own company, then built a rival brand that would eventually absorb the company that betrayed him. So how did a man who lost everything twice end up creating Audi? August Horch was born in 1868 in Winningen, a tiny village in Prussia. His father was a blacksmith. Young August was expected to follow in his footsteps. Hammer, metal, shoe horses, live a simple life. But August had other plans. At 14, he started a blacksmith apprenticeship, but it wasn't enough. He wanted to learn engineering, real engineering. So in 1888, at 20 years old, he enrolled at Mittweida Technical College to study mechanical engineering. After graduating in 1891, Horch worked in shipbuilding, designing engines for torpedo ships, learning the fundamentals of combustion technology. Then, in 1896, he got the opportunity of a lifetime. Karl Benz, the inventor of the automobile, hired him. Within 4 months, Benz promoted Horch to plant manager for motor vehicle construction. At 28 years old, August Horch was running the world's largest car factory. But Horch had ideas. Big ideas. He wanted to build cars that were faster, more powerful, more advanced than anything Benz was producing. Benz said no, he was satisfied with the current designs, didn't want to take risks. So in 1899, Horch made a decision that would change his life. He quit and started his own company. On November 14th, 1899, August Horch founded A. Horch & CIA in Cologne with cloth dealer Sally Hertz. They had limited capital, a small workshop, big ambitions. In 1901, Horch built his first automobile. It wasn't perfect, but it worked. The company moved to Reichenbach in 1902 for more space, then to Zwickau in 1904, where they converted to a joint stock company. Horch's cars were different, more advanced than Mercedes or Benz vehicles, better engineering, superior performance. By 1906, a Horch automobile driven by Dr. Rudolf Stoss won the Herkomer competition, the equivalent of a world championship at the time. Horch was on top of the world. His cars were winning races, earning respect, making money. But there was a problem brewing, one that would cost him everything. By 1909, Horch Motorwagenwerke AG was a successful company. But August Horch's relationship with his shareholders was falling apart. They wanted profits, stability, conservative designs that would sell reliably. Horch wanted innovation, racing victories, engineering excellence. The shareholders were furious about his focus on motorsports. Racing was expensive, risky, and they weren't seeing enough return on investment. In 1909, the supervisory board made their move. They forced August Horch out of his own company. The company that bore his name, the company he built from nothing, gone. Most people would have been destroyed by this, humiliated, defeated. Not August Horch. Within months, he founded a new automobile company in Zwickau, right in the same city as his old company. He called it August Horch Automobilwerke GmbH. He was going to compete with the company that betrayed him, using his own name. But then, something unexpected happened. His former partners sued him. They claimed Horch was a registered trademark, and August Horch no longer had the right to use his own name. The court ruled in their favor. August Horch lost the case. He was legally forbidden from using his own name on his new cars. He needed a new name, fast. Legend says August Horch was sitting with his business partners discussing what to name the new company. One partner, Franz Fickentscher, had a teenage son who was studying Latin for school. The boy was sitting in the corner doing his homework, listening to the adults struggle to find a name. Then he spoke up. "Why don't you translate your name into Latin?" Horch means listen in German, right? In Latin, the imperative form of to listen is Audi, silence. Then August Horch smiled. Audi, perfect. On April 25, 1910, Audi Automobile Worker GmbH was officially registered. And in May 1910, the first Audi automobile rolled out of the factory. The Type A, a 2.6-litre inline-4 engine. 22 horsepower, top speed of 75 kilometers per hour. It wasn't the most powerful car on the market, but it was well engineered, reliable, competitive. Then Horch did something brilliant. He entered Audi in the Austrian Alpine Rally, one of the toughest endurance races in the world. In 1912, Audi won. In 1913, Audi won again. In 1914, Audi won for the third consecutive year. 3 victories in a row. Unprecedented dominance. The Audi Type C became known as the Alpensieger, the Alpine Victor. And here's the best part. In those races, Audi didn't just beat other manufacturers, they left Horch cars far behind. August Horch had beaten the company that fired him, on the racetrack, in sales, in reputation. By 1920, Horch had introduced innovations that changed the entire automotive industry. Left-hand drive, center gear shifting, the use of light metal in engine construction. Audi was becoming a powerhouse. But then, World War I hit, and everything changed again. During World War I, Audi built armored cars and mortars instead of civilian vehicles. After the war, Horch gradually withdrew from active engineering. He joined the supervisory board, became a consultant. He tried other ventures, breeding chickens, growing wine. They all failed. By the late 1920s, both Audi and Horch were struggling financially. The Great Depression hit Germany hard. Then, in 1932, a merger was arranged. Audi, Horch, DKW, and Wanderer merged to form Auto Union AG. 4 companies, 4 rings, 1 logo, the 4 interlinked rings that still represent Audi today. August Horch was appointed to the supervisory board of Auto Union, an honorary position, but he no longer had real power. He moved to Berlin, worked as an automotive consultant, wrote his autobiography in 1937 titled I Built Cars, but financially, he struggled. Despite creating 2 legendary automotive brands, Horch never became wealthy. On February 3rd, 1951, August Horch died at 82 years old. He died poor, respected, but broke. He never lived to see Audi's resurrection in the 1960s. Under Volkswagen, today Audi is worth over $60 billion. The 4 rings are recognized globally, and it all started because a man got fired and couldn't use his own name. So here's what you need to understand about August Horch. He got fired, sued legally banned from using his own name. Most people would have quit, moved on, accepted defeat. But August Horch did something different. He took the worst moment of his life and turned it into an opportunity. He couldn't use Horch. Fine, he'd use Audi. And that second company didn't just survive, it thrived. It won races. It revolutionized automotive engineering. It eventually absorbed the very company that betrayed him. The 4 rings of Audi represent 4 companies. But one name dominates that legacy. Horch. Both the original company and its Latin translation, August Horch, proved something powerful. Your name doesn't define you. Your setbacks don't define you. What defines you is what you build after everything falls apart. Horch was betrayed by his own shareholders, lost his company, lost his name, lost everything twice. But he kept building. And today, millions of people drive cars bearing his name, even if they don't know it, because Audi isn't just a brand, it's a translation. A reminder. The man who lost everything is still speaking through every car that carries those 4 rings. That's not just a comeback story, that's immortality. If this story inspired you, hit subscribe and the bell icon so you never miss another legendary tale of triumph over betrayal. Drop a comment. Have you ever been fired or betrayed? How did you bounce back? And check out our video on Ferdinand Porsche for another incredible German automotive pioneer story. Thanks for watching.